Hello, this is Team MisFit with the video solution for the problem statement SIH25033, which is basically about the AI-based smart allocation engine for the PM internship scheme. Now, based on the problem statement, we have leveraged three different allocation algorithms, one being the Hungarian algorithm, the NLP-based matching algorithm, and last one being the ensemble of both of these algorithms. Now, to give an overview of the core logic that we have employed behind leveraging these algorithms are these three parameters. So basically, we're trying to allocate or we're trying to match the most preferred candidates or the most optimal candidates to specific internships on the base of their skills, on the base of their CGPA, or on the base of their location preferences. So I'll be detailing about this as we move on through the prototype. Now this is the landing page for our prototype. As you can see, we have a candidate portal, which is about students or candidates trying to seek internships. We have a company portal for organizations or institutions that can post internships or that are actively trying to hire candidates. And then we have an admin control panel, which is basically about some sort of a super user who executes these algorithms in the background and which causes candidates to get allocated to specific internships. So let's start off with the candidate portal first. Now, if you're a new candidate, then you could register over here, then fill in your personal details, educational details, any sort of additional information, addresses or stuff. Just for the sake of time, we will log in with a pre-registered candidate. So as you can see, this is the dashboard of a candidate. Now currently there's no top matches over here. So because the allocation algorithm has not been run yet, so we cannot see any top matches for now. Another section is the profile completion section, which where if a candidate has some sort of pending information, then they can complete that information and any if they want to edit something, they could edit that. If they want to maybe change their percentage or marks or whatever. And then they can in the end just hit submit and it will get reflected in the database as well. Now, as you can see, I've left one field open, so the phone number is still required. So we will enter that, and once that is done, we will save our profile. Once the profile has been saved, we'll be redirected back to the dashboard. Now, the other section is about preferred internships, where we can find any internships we want. So supposedly I want a machine learning internship, then we can get a machine learning internship. Or if I want to use filters, where I want to filter on the basis of location, so I can have a location-based internship. I want to filter on the base of skills. Let's say I want data analysis, I want React, I want Python. So this is we can then filter out those internships that we want. Or if you want to filter out on the basis of companies, then we can have that as well. So these are different filters that you can search for internships with. So that's mostly about the candidate. Now let's move on to the company. So same as the candidate, if you are a new company, you could register, enter your details, and start off with the internship process. Now we will register with a company. So this is the dashboard of a already created company. As you can see, this is active internships, math school. This is but now suppose if the company wants to post a new internship, so they can go here and they can fill up the required details such as the internship title, what will be the capacity, where is the location, what will be the minimum CGPA, any sort of categorical constraints, what are the languages, stipends, and what type of skills they are looking for in their candidates. Since we have already created two internships, we can see that these two internships are active and we can view for any applicants right now. So there's currently there are no applicants in the deep learning intern. and there are no applicants in the machine learning intern as well for now, since we have not run the allocation algorithm. Also here we can either deactivate or activate the internship on the base of the company's needs. Suppose if the company doesn't want to hire for any candidates in this role, they can just simply just go and deactivate this, and this internship will then not be considered for the allocation process. So yeah, that's much about that's almost all about the company. Now let's move on to the admin. So this is the admin login. Yeah, so here is the admin control panel. So you can see there's a matching run history which gives uh, um, the admin an overview of all the previous matches that they have executed before. This is a placeholder for the system or the server uptime and different types of successful matches, the active internships, the total candidates, etc. Now, the main part, which is how is the algorithm or the allocation actually done? So, first of all, when the candidate clicks on this button, you can see that there's a drop-down menu suggesting three different types of algorithms that they can use. So they can either leverage the Hungarian, the NLP, or the ensemble. So let's go one by one. First, we will look at the Hungarian algorithm. Then we have the different weight multipliers. So supposedly, if the candidate or the admin wants to give more weightage to skills and less to preference and less to CGPA, or maybe they want to give more to CGPA and location, so they can pump both of these up, and then they can just hit the execute matching algorithm, and as you can see, it directly runs the algorithm and creates matches for them. Now over here we can see that this person has been allocated the machine learning intern. This is their score, this is their CGPA, and this is the location. So you get an overview of which candidate has been allocated, which internship, which company, which location, and what is their match score. Now this match score is calculated on the base of the weights that we have set over here and the corresponding skill set or the location preferences or the CGPA of the candidate. Now, just to show that this allocation is plausible enough, we will look into the database for this person. So as we see, there's Varun Patani. And we will look at their CGPA. So their CGPA is about 9. Then their skill text. So this is basically their different skills that they have. So machine learning, foundations, Python programming, React, SQL basics. So as you can see, they have been allocated the machine learning intern on those bases. Similarly, we will look at the mechanical engineering. So just to give a bifurcation that the allocation is working properly. So Abhishek Nair, as you can see, has the skill sets of a basic computer operations, electrical safety, pipe fitting, wire harnessing, and has been allocated the mechanical engineering internship. So yeah, and on the base of location and everything. So now let's move on. And now, secondly, if we try to allocate or try to reallocate or rerun the algorithm, even after all the students have already been allocated, nothing will actually happen because the students have been allocated and there will be no new history created. So just to give an overview of the different algorithms, I will clear out the already existing data and let's rerun the algorithm with a new matching algorithm. So let's say this time we are going with glove. And let's suppose this time we want to give more preference to location, right? We want to have more preference to location and less preference to skill and less preference to weight. So on those bases, we can then execute this matching algorithm. And then similarly, we will get different matches on the base of location. So you can see we have given more weightage to location and equal weightage to skill and CGPA. And on those basis, these people have been allocated their internships on the basis of what location they want. So just Shrajan wants a Delhi-based location. Abhishek wants a Delhi-based location. So we can check in the database as well about their location preferences. So we have Abhishek, we have Shrajan. So the second and fourth one, as you can see, they both are Delhi-based. Now, Another one is also Delhi based, but the capacity for this internship is only two. So, on the basis of the ranked preference, these people have been allocated these internships, and henceforth, this student has been allocated a different internships on the base of either their skills or CGPA. So once the capacity goes beyond what the internship is actually offering, then we shift to a different parameter and then rank the student on those bases. So as you can see, this student, even though she has opted for Delhi as her preference, she has not been allocated an internship which is in Delhi, but rather an internship which is about tech giants, being the deep learning intern. So just to verify that this is true, we can see her skills text, which is about AWS, HTML, machine learning, Python programming. So respectively, she has been allocated that internship. So moving on to the last one, which is the ensemble of both of these algorithms. So as you can see, this match has already been created over here. And if we try to, let's say, run another match with the ensemble this time, let's say, suppose we put all our preferences up, nothing will be executed again as everyone has been allocated. So let's disable this. Yeah. Now let's suppose that we run this with the ensemble method, and suppose I give less weightage to skills and more weightage to CGPA, and just for the sake of showing that this works, let's go on to the internships and let's look at one of the internships and let's see what their minimum CGPA is about, like how much CGPA are they actually. So let's see, so this one which is about the mechanical engineering requires a minimum of 8.5 CGPA. So let's go on to one of the students and try to lower the CGPA down to, let's suppose, 7. So we have lowered the CGPA down of Srajan to 7. And over here we can see that once we execute this matching run, we can see there's only 4 matches this time. And if we look at the results, then we can see that there is no Srajan that is allocated over here. That's because he doesn't meet the criteria of minimum CGPA to be allocated that internships. And on those basis, only 4 of them have been allocated. Let's suppose now we increase his internship or CGPA score back to 8.9. Then we reallocate. We try to reallocate on the base of same CGPA, and suppose we keep the skill weight multiply the same. Let's use ensemble again and execute the matching run. Then you can see the one of the matches has been seen again, and this time it is Shrajan who has been allocated the deep learning intern this time for Mumbai. Right. So yeah, and now once that these allocations have been done, let's look at their respective how have they been reflected onto the candidate profile. So let's take a look at that. So once, yeah, so over here we can see that this person has been allocated the machine learning intern. And once we click on the view details page over here, we can see that this machine learning intern, this company, a description about the company, the skills that are required, the languages, the different types of details, the category quotas, and everything is about over there. So this candidate can also add this internship as a preference, and it is added to their preference list. And they can go back to search. If they want to search for more internships, they can do the same again. So as you can see, it also shows the matched internships, the topmost internship that has been matched to them, and it also shows the non-matched internships as well. Now let's look at the company's perspective, how this looks from their side. So once we log in into the company, we can see that the deep learning intern, there's been one match. For machine learning, there have been 2 matches. So we can go into the applicants and then we can see, okay, Varun Patani, Abhipushp Maurya, these have been matched to this internships. And if we want, we can get a full profile of their we can get a full overview of their profile. You can see what their qualifications are, how much they scored in the 10th or 12th, the skills, a resume summary for them. And if we want to download the resume, we can do that as well if they have uploaded a resume. And if the company finds that this candidate is suitable enough, they can shortlist this candidate, and they have been shortlisted, which will be available over here in the database. You can see that we are storing the internship ID and the student ID in the shortlisted candidates profile as well. So that's how it looks from the company side. As you can see, the same over here. So we can shortlist this candidate, and then once we refresh the database, we can see this candidate has been shortlisted as well. Yeah, and that's about it. Let's also look at what if we deactivate an internship. So let's clear out the entire data once again. And let's suppose this time we want to deactivate a specific internship. Let's say I deactivate this internship. So I've deactivated the deep learning intern, and let's suppose I've also deactivated the machine learning intern. So Tech Giants has completely deactivated all their internships. So we can go into the admin portal, and then we can try to get a matching again. So let's suppose we use the ensemble method again. We use a location preference and CGPA. And once we run the execution matching algorithm, we can see there's only two matches. Once we go into the results, they're both of mechanical engineering being allocated to respective people on the basis of their locations. And we can see that there's no tech giants over here since they have deactivated their internships. So yes, that is a misfit with the solution for SIH25033. Thank you very much.